the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be fielded at the 6. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Check, 47. Bring it.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, let's go.
56.
Now Foles. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Ready? Yellow lady. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, Breeze. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Pick it up. We got 21, 21. 58, come on. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Now Breeze on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
We got 21, 21.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On first down, Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Breeze. Rolling to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 25 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On the ground, Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Ready. We're waiting. 44, come on. I got it.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here I come. Here I come. Here we go.
Here's Foles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Tonight, 180. 59. Mike to 59. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter two, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they have started to do so.
Those three words we hear a lot: stay the course. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Ready. Yellow lady. Check. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Breeze now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now Kamara. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before.
And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. An NFL update. They're in the second quarter in Baltimore. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
Let's go. Great.
Check back 47.
Yeah.
Foles. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Breeze. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Ready?
try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Breeze. Well, this is caught by Ginn. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. First carry for a Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They opt to go for it, and they get it. First and goal after a pickup of 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Ready. Yellow lady. 58. Come on. Check right. Check right.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Jaguars 35, Saints 24.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 43-yard line.
Easy. 47 is the mic. Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Fournette. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up, and what's been so far a tough game for them.
Great.
On 2nd and 12, Foles. There on the catch, Alfred Blue. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Check, 47. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Here we go.
Fournette running out of the gun. And an alley to run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, wide open, complete. A gain there. 30 big ones. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
First down.
Begin. Hey, kill.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked out by Jalen Ramsey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 26-yard line.
Tonight, 180. Right there, 56. Check the outs. Sponge! Sponge!
Again, it's Fournette. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Tempo, tempo, tempo.
56. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, Cadence.
Check 6 guard.
On third down, Fournette. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches do?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
It's showtime, baby. We do it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Be alert, be alert. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
This is Fournette. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
They'll run with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Back at his own 49.
Here we go. 180.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, it's Murray, and he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the losses are...
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut this hell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board
minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, put the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.